Okay, Jason Mumo, JM on the fly. And today we're going to do my JM Coffin Fly. If you can see this little guy right here, looking pretty good. And what I'm going to do is zoom in and we'll show you that a little closer. But Coffin Fly, it's a green drake spinner. We're going to try and get this centered in the film so you can see it. And look at that fly, beautiful looking fly. That's the top, and you can see we have a little bit of seaming there on the top. Doesn't matter, that's not what the fish sees, that's what you see. The bottom of the fly, that's what the fish sees right there. That's the money shot, what you're looking at right there, and from both angles. So that's what the fish sees, that's what counts. Let me show you how we tie that. I'm going to start with the extended body. We'll start by putting a regular straight pin in our vise. Monocord, white monocord. And we're going to start this right on the tip of the pin, or pretty close to the tip of the pin. And whip finish right off the bat. Couple wraps over top, nice whip finish. Just to start us off, okay? So now we're started in the right direction, or the right area. Take this extra tag, do not cut that off, just let that lay to the side. Going to grab some moose mane, okay, just a couple hairs, a couple fibers. We want that to be maybe whatever, somewhere around 4-5 fibers, whatever it is. Of course, mayflies have 3, so as long as you have at least 3 in there, you'll be fine. I don't usually care about counting them. Put a couple extra in case you rip one out. A couple fish hit that thing, and now you're going to go with some foam. So we got a little piece of foam here. It's probably about, I don't know, about a 1/16 of an inch by an 1/8 of an inch, something like that. We're going to start that right on the back, and I'm just going to catch the edge of the foam. And I'm going to come right through the same spot 3 times. We're going to work our way front, and we're going to make another hump. 1, 2, 3. Work our way front. Let's make another one. 1, 2, 3. Work our way underneath, and 1, 2, 3. And work our way up and make one more right here. 1, 2, 3. And this one we're going to whip finish off. So I will get my whip finish. Come right over the top of this, just like that, and we'll whip finish that baby off. And that's pretty much our extended body tail. Okay, we'll clip that bottom here. One thing that you want to do is tie up a bunch of these beforehand. Pinch the whole thing on the, just slowly slide, and it'll come right off. You see we have a nice extended tail. Very important. Take our glue and just put a dot right there and a dot right here, and just let that harden. Okay, so a little bit of head cement, let that harden, set that to the side, let that harden. I have one that I had already made up. I gotta get my pin, my needle back in the tube. Okay, I have one that I had made up. That's sitting here ready to go, so we will start with that one if I can find it. Oh, it's here somewhere. And it is. Sheesh, you'd think I'd be better prepared than this. Okay. Well, I know it's here. I know it's right in front of me somewhere. Just got it covered up somewhere. Here it is. There it is. There's one that's already done that had been glued and dried. Next step, we're going to take a size 12. This is a scud hook. This is an eagle claw scud hook, and of course it's not what you would say like a dry fly hook, but guess what? It's a light wire hook, has a nice wide gap, and it works really good for this situation. So I got a nice wide gap. I just open it up a hair because I just like it the way, you know, it's a little too close for me. I want to open it up just a hair. We're going to go to black thread, and we're going to start right in the front here, and we're going to work our way back, the back of the shank there, We'll cut that excess off. We'll just snip some of this foam off so we don't have to deal with all that. Okay, and we're going to, again, the fish sees that side of it. Okay, this side you see, so that side goes up. Okay, so the side that's the cleanest goes down for the fish to see. We have all them sections in there, so what I'm going to do, and I want to show you this actually, let me take this off. I want to show you, I'm actually making maybe another section, so I'm going to tie this in so that we create another section of the white, okay? If that makes sense, okay? So that was the last one that I had tied on, and I'm going to make one more section just to get that up a little longer, okay? And again, don't get too crazy with that thing spinning. Until you're all said and done, this thing will be locked in, nothing's going to spin. We're going to cut away our moose hair. We're going to wrap around the tail end and hike that up a little bit. But the key to the whole thing is this little tag. So we can pull on that and we can hike that up just like that. And then we can wrap that front so that stays hiked as we wrap our black thread around it. Okay, so if that makes sense, you see how nice and hiked up that little tail is. Okay, and it'll just help it stand up off the water a little bit. Basically, it should be like the tails it hit and the hackle that we're going to put on here, which we're going to do next. So we're going to take a black hackle. Okay, doesn't really matter, doesn't really have to be your best hackle. It's just, and it could be a bigger one too. It's just so we're throwing some legs in there. That's really the idea of this. So we're going to take this out, cut that up. We'll prepare this feather hackle as we would any other hackle, where we just cut that out like that. Okay, and we're going to lay that in alongside, catch that, we'll fold that back and just wrap that in just like that. Okay, next step is our wing. So basically what I do is I take a piece of this poly, and you can see how it's kinked like that. Okay, we're going to cut that off right on the bend. We don't want to use the bent part. I take this and I divide this in half, just like that. So you have two pieces. Just spread it apart and in half. Okay, then and it's going to take 3 of them to do this fly. So we will start out with a section, and we're going to put that in and figure 8 that right in back against the foam. And don't get too carried away with the length. I'm going to show this to you from the side. You see that? See how our length's a little off? No big deal, because we're just going to pull and kind of even that. Okay? See that? That's all there is to it. So now we just simply figure 8 that in place, just like that. Grab another batch. Actually, what we're going to do is, as we go, I'm going to actually add some dubbing. So I got some black fine dry fly dubbing, and I'm going to actually wrap this as I go. I do it a couple different ways. This way here, I believe, is probably the easiest. So I'm wrapping now and building up a little bit of bulk, you could see, between that wing. Okay, and I'm going to try and keep showing you the edge every time. Now we're going to add another wing. Okay, this is actually like the Kelly Gallup, the tri-wing spinner, so we get a broader profile of that wing. On big mayflies, I like to do that because they actually do come off the fly wide, and you should show that. You should always try and, imitate the best you can. Okay, so there again, I'm going to pull that, put that like that. I'm going to actually pull that in place and line it up back so that you can see the distinct areas as well. Now we're going to go back to our dubbing. Again, some black dubbing. Not going to worry too much about the durability, because this is going to be a very durable fly till we're done. And I'll show you why once we get there. Now we're coming in between the wings, okay, with this dubbing. Right in between two wings, two sets of wings, and we will also figure eight that in. Remember, this is very fine, what we're adding. Okay, now we're ready for our third wing. Okay, it's a try. Try means three. That's three wings. So here's our third, tied in exactly the same way. Again, get that out from behind there. Get a nice tie down. Okay, and again, I can set that to the side there, and I can pull that and back into position so you can see we're not crowding our head. See that? Pretty nice deal. Not crowding our head. We got everything where we want it, and we can fold that back and come front. We're going to also add some dubbing there. So it's going to, again, the fine black dubbing, and this should be put on very sparsely, very, very sparse. And we're going to come in between the wings, a couple wraps, and then we're going to figure eight through the top, just like that. Okay, and if we got a few fibers that end up going down below, we can take care of them, no big deal. Okay, and the rest of our little bit of dubbing we can wrap right around to help us bulk up that head. Okay, now our next step, we're going to take our hackle, we're going to come back in between all the wings. So the first thing I want to do, and I guess I'll show it to you this way so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put, oh, I got something caught up there. Right there's a piece of wing. I want to get that out of there. Okay, now, grab our hackle. We're going to come around the back, two wraps. Then we're going to start weaving in between the ties. Okay, so we're going to spread that guy there, and we're going to bring that right in between. We're going to spread the next one. Having a little length on your hackle will really help you out. But yes, that goes in between there, and then we come up. We're going to work between these two, just like that. And we're going to, I'm actually tying this like this so that you can see everything. And then we're going to come in between the front two wings, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to work our way right up on top, and we're going to tie that off. Okay, we're basically just tying off the feather right up at the head. Now I'm going to pull all that back, try and get back on that feather a little bit, and then we can clip that away. Just like that. Get rid of that. Get rid of a couple of these extra hairs that are sticking out front. And form a beautiful little head right in the front, just like that. We're going to take a little cut of the fibers. If you see all the fibers sticking up on top, I'm just going to cut away most of the black fibers right up on top. I'm going to hit that with a little bit of, right in the center, we're just going to put a little drop of super glue gel. Okay, so you can see that little teeny drop I have right on there, right on the top. And we're going to fold over our top, and we're going to catch that and bring that right down into position and trim off the excess foam and finish off our head. So we could just tie that in till we finish off this nice looking head, and we're just going to keep going till she's all covered up just like that. Beautiful. Okay, and now and that looks good to me, so now we're going to whip finish that off. Beautiful. Nice whip finish on that. Again, we're just going to fan out our wings both ways. I like to turn it maybe this way here. Here we go. Turn it this way. Maybe we want to run a little bit of a comb through there. I don't know that you have to, but you can see it just makes it look really nice. Let's fold all the wings back, just like this, to the length of the back of the tail. Pull them straight back. Okay, come back to the length of the back of the tail like that. Cut everything straight off. That identifies your length of the wing. Now all we do is fan out the wings. Okay, we're going to fan these wings out just like this, just like they would be on the spinner. And we are going to clip them. So now I'm going to try and show you this. We're going to come back on a 45-degree angle like this. Cut that off. And a little bit of a round in the front. Same thing here. We're going to come down kind of on a 45-degree angle and clip that, and a little bit of a round there. And you can see it's just a neat whatever. I mean, you could get as fussy as you want with the wings, but really it doesn't matter because it's not going to, it's that body. Look at that body. That's what the fish are looking for. That body is a killer. So when you look at that, there's your money shot. I mean, there's no way they're not going to see that as a nice coffin fly. Beautiful coffin fly. We got one more step. And of course, that little bit of glue kind of holds all them hackles and everything together. Now, the only other step that we need is just to sprinkle the wing a little bit, just so it kind of looks like something. So I'm just going to take a piece of cardboard here, and I am going to set this on end, and I'm just going to kind of dot up the wing. Okay, we'll do it that way, and then I'll do it this way as well. And we'll do this side here. Okay, so there you go. That's pretty much it. Let me get this into focus so you can see it. There, you can see that beautiful fly. Maybe the wings aren't exactly what I would like, but they're good enough. Looks like we got a little bit there. Let's kind of clean them up a little bit. But there you go. That's pretty much the fly. Nice and white on top, so you can see we aren't worried about that seam, because you're looking at that, not the fish. The fish sees this. That's that right there. What you're looking at right there. And let me get the light. I should have had the light on this the whole time. That is the money shot. That's what the fish see. That is the money shot right there. And that is the JM Coffin Fly. JM on the fly, and I am out of here.